The original was an arcade classic. The NES port was an atrocious abomination. But what about the Commodore 64 version? Well, we'll find out when I talk about Dragon's Lair.
RetroKork.
Dragon's Lair was a game, or shall I even say, an interactive movie done by Dun Bluth Animation Studio. Since it ran off Laserdiscs, a predecessor to the CD or the DVD if you'd like. It could use full motion video, except due to the size of the Laserdisc and the fact that the video was more or less stored in an analog format, they look better than those on the CDI. Of course, that also meant you'd get conversions to home computers and home consoles, as well as potential sequels. Well, what did the Commodore 64 get? Well, we got lucky. We got two things. First of all, we got the original game transformed into a Commodore 64 title. Also, we got a sequel, which was created only for the home computers, the 8-bit home computers, which is totally unconnected to the sequel that was in the arcades, Dragon's Lair 2 Time Warp. So the original Dragon's Lair for the Commodore 64 tries to mimic, at least partially, the original Laserdisc title, meaning that you have to move your joystick in the right direction at the right time, or press fire at the right time. And the main difference is, at least as far as I can tell from my playthroughs, is that some levels contain randomization, which makes the main feat that you develop playing the Laserdisc title, mainly being memorization and patterns, that you can take that and forget all about that for some levels. The Commodore 64 version also has only 9 levels, starting with possibly the most difficult level, for me at least, the falling platform, where you shouldn't fall into the depth. But even staying on the first platform, even if you know how to jump onto it, can be pretty difficult due to the winds, the blowers. Yeah, that's one of those random levels. No memorization here. The next level, however, closely replicates the, what's it called? The Skull Hallway from the arcade game. As, yes, here memorization works. It works wonders. Level 3 are the burning robes. Usually one of the first, probably the first scene within the game that you see when you're playing the arcade title. At least as far as I can tell. I looked at Dragon's Lair project on the internet, and they said it is. You have a chance of 2 out of 3 to have the burning ropes your starting point. According to a walkthrough I read, the burning ropes are relatively easy. Level 4, another pattern stage. This time it's the weapon room. Yeah, as I said, it acts like the second level, solely relying on memorization. Level 5 is called Ramps and Giddy Goons, and it's, well, that's an appropriate title. Since again we've got an element of randomness in this, yeah, this one can end up being extremely difficult. Level 6 is the Tentacle Room. Another Simon Says, basically, or know what you have to do at the right time. Level 7 is, again, the falling platforms. And it's even more difficult this time. Really, there's nothing else I can tell you. Level 8 is the Deadly Checkerboard, or chessboard, where you have to wander around the board, avoiding the red squares that are sent off by the Black Knight. Kill him with your sword and the gate opens to Stage 9, the fight against Singe, the dragon. Grab the sword, kill the dragon, get the princess. Piece of cake. That is, if the dragon wouldn't want to kill you first. Well, that's Dragon's Lair, but, of course, as I said, we had a sequel. Dragon's Lair 2 Escape from Singe's Castle. This game has 8 levels that are at least inspired by scenes from the original Laserdisc title, which they couldn't fit into the game itself. So, what are the levels? We have the River Caves, which is reminiscent of the falling platforms, except I don't find it that awful. We have Boulder Alley, where you try to dodge boulders. The Throne Room, which of course is a memorization level similar to those from the original arcade title. The Dungeons of the Lizard King, where you have to rush to the pot of gold to get your sword, which you need to kill the Lizard King. The Magical Flying Horse, where you have to dodge walls and objects thrown at you. The Doom Dungeon, which is another puzzle room. Mystery Mosaic, an ever-changing floor pattern, where you have to basically keep on moving if you don't want to die. And ultimately, Mud Monsters, a reaction puzzle, where you need to be fast with your sword and thinking on your feet. And after those levels, Dirk The Daring can finally return with Daphne, the princess, who looks a bit, yeah. Well, he can do that at least on the Commodore 64. Next time on RetroKork, I will take a look at the Mobile Armored Strike Command, or Mask if you prefer.